Hey guys, it's me. Today I am doing a Smokey Eye tutorial. It was a request that I received on Facebook as far as how to do it. So I'm going to go through a quick routine just so you can get the basics of it and explain it step by step, okay? First thing you're going to want to use is the eyeshadow base. And the reason for this is to keep the shadows from creasing and to last longer. So I'm going to use my NYX eyeshadow base in a skin tone color. And I'm going to base this on my entire lid just to keep the color on, okay? So just lightly apply all over your lid. And you don't really need a lot, just a little bit. And I'm using the neutral skin tone color because it kind of blends in with my skin. And it'll work really well for the look. And I'm going to be doing kind of like a... for the season, a holiday smoky eye. Apply a little bit underneath your eyes too, because you're going to be putting a little bit of smoky eye underneath there. Okay? Okay, really simple. Now the basics of a smoky eye is to apply 3 colors. You have your all over color, which is your lighter color. So there's a light all over color, a medium that you would apply to your lid area, and then there's a contour color or a dark color that you would use for your creases and then underneath the eye. Then just lashes, mascara, you know, extra little stuff like that. So I'm going to be using my 3rd edition 120 color palette from BH Cosmetics. If I open it up, I'm going to be using this top tier and a little bit of the 2nd tier. So if you lift up the top one, you'll be able to see the bottom colors. So this is the 3rd edition of the 120 eye color palette from BH Cosmetics. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is, of the 3 colors, the lighter one you want to apply all over your eyes, all over your lid. It's kind of the light neutral color. The medium tone color you would apply to your lids, from your inner lid to the outer part, and then use the darker color along the lash line, and you can define a little bit in the crease as well. Okay, let's go. Alright, I have my right brush. Oh. So again, the first color I'm going to use is kind of like a lighter color of the 3, and you don't necessarily have to use black to create a smoky eye. You can actually just use any colors that you want. Just remember whatever color tone you're going for to have a light color, a medium, and a darker color. So with your all over shadow brush like this, you want to apply the lightest color. And so my theme is going to be kind of like dark brown, reddish, black, sort of. So for all over my eye, I'm going to use kind of like a nude, neutral color-esque. So, on the first tier of the 120 color palette, end of the 2nd row, I'm going to use this very light nude coral and apply that all over my lid. I blow it off a little bit just so it's not as much. Okay. So we're going to apply that all over. Gives it a little bit of color, a little bit of pigment. Okay, so it's all over. And then the 2nd color that you're going to use again goes on your lid. So you can't really see it as much, but it's just a light coral to give my eyelids a little bit of color. And then I'm going to be using kind of like a orange brown. It's the 2nd to last row, the 3rd one over. So it's this color right here. I'm going to put that on my lid. So you can still use the same brush, or if you have a smaller bristled brush, it'll just be a little easier to get to everything. So just a smaller bristled brush. You want to apply that color right to the lid. see? That I'm going to apply from the inner part of the lid to the outer. You don't want to go up too high, you want to keep it on the lid itself, because this is your emphasis color. And remember, again, you can use any color combination that you want to create a smoky eye. It does not have to be black. That's the general connotation when people think of smoky eye, that it has to be black. You know, you can do blues, purples. In this case, I'm doing like, you know, reddish browns and a little bit of black to create it. So you can use whatever colors you want, all right? Again, this goes right on the lid. Inner crease to the outer portion. And I'm just building, so I'm just compacting it a little bit more. And this color, for a really nice effect, you can actually apply it underneath the eyes. And then you're gonna, you know, smoke it in later. Alright, so you've gotten the color on the lid. And if you happen to have an angled brush handy, let's see, I have an angled bristle here. It'll just help you kind of get the color underneath in a neat fashion. Use the same medium color and apply it underneath the eyes. So you can go along the lid, but then go down a little bit more as well. It's okay to be a little bit messy underneath. So I'm just adding color underneath the eye too. You know, don't go down like a quarter of an inch or anything, but just along the lower lash line. And again, by using the angle brush, you can just get to the lash line easier, and it's a little more controlled. Alright, with the same angled brush on the second tier of the color palette I showed you, I want to use kind of like a, what should you call it? Kind of like a berry brown. It's the last row, fourth one over from the left. Make sure you can see that color right there. I'm going to use that along the lash line and lightly into the crease, and then I'm going to apply it underneath the eye too. Okay, so with your angled brush, you just want to go along your lash line. And then if you apply a little bit to the crease here, very lightly, because you're going to blend it in, you don't want to overdo it. But right along the crease area there. Same thing other side. So you're kind of working your way outward is the idea. You don't want to walk away looking like you have raccoon eyes or anything like that. But it's still just for effect. And when you apply it, the darker color along the brow bone, that kind of makes your eyes stand out if you don't have that natural definition there. So that's the reason for putting it along the brow bone. And apply underneath your eyes along the lower lash line. Now, those are the three colors. I'm going to use a little bit of a black, again, to go around the lash line before I apply my mascara. So there's a black pigment color here. It's the last one on the bottom left, or the bottom right. If you're looking at it at your right. Use your angled brush and kind of go over the color we just did along the lash lines. Lightly underneath the eye. You're going to line that a little bit with a pencil. And don't worry about anything falling on your cheeks. You can always just clean that up and touch up. Because I have a little bit on my cheek, but I'll touch up and take after shots for you, okay? Alright, now if you have a blending brush, which is a lighter, loose, bristled brush like this, you want to blend the colors nicely. And then you'll also need a smudging brush. So this one that kind of has like a sponge top. It's very round, and that's what you use to smudge in the color. Well, we use that last. First thing you want to do is blend the colors so that you don't see going from light to medium to dark. You want everything to blend in nicely. So where the crease is here, with the darker color, just lightly blend that up and inward with circular motion along the brow bone, and then along the lash line. And again, you can always go back and add a little more definition. So sometimes with the blending brush, if you just want to dab it into one of the colors slightly, you can do that and then blend it into the look. Okay, same thing other side. Along the brow bone here. Small circular motions very lightly. You don't want to overdo it and go too fast. You'll lose your color and blend too much. Then along the lash line, up into the crease. Alright. So we have the basics there. Just touch a little color. Add a little more there. And then you can always go back and touch up colors. I'm just going to touch up the coral color that we used. The second color here. Just going to touch that up to brighten it a little bit. Same thing on this side. And if you want, if you have like a light bronze or pretty body shimmer color or highlighter, just apply a little bit underneath your brow bones to make your brow bones stand out. So while I'm speaking of it, just going to do that, touch up the brows a little bit, and then just add a highlighting color underneath. So, let's see. I'll say on the first tier, there is this light matted nude color. It's the top row, third over from the left. Just going to apply that a little bit underneath my brows, just to make them pop and stand out a little bit. Now you don't have to do this, so don't worry, it's not really a fourth color, it's just for definition. And again, I'll take after shots so you can see the final product, because the light in here is a little funny sometimes. Alright, so next you want to either use a pencil liner or liquid liner, whatever your preference. Gel, I'm just going to, for now, use my liquid liner. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to use my gel liner. I'm using the Maybelline Eye Studio Black Gel Liner, which comes with the application brush. And you can add lashes if you want to. For this tutorial, I'm not going to, but you can, you know, get that extra oomph. Alright. So I'm just going to go along my lash lines on top and add a little bit of an eye line to it. I like to fan out my liner sometimes. And fan it out. Just a smidgen. And then lightly you can add some underneath the eye, and then we are going to use the I was going to say the smudge brush, to smoke it up a little bit underneath. So very lightly on the bottom lash, under the line there, just add a little bit of black or you can use the darker shadow of your choice from the color selections you've used. I'm just going to use this for now. And then with the smudge brush, you're just going to smudge it in. So it's not necessarily perfect, but you're just smudging just to get that shadow effect. Okay? And you can smudge along the top lines too. Doesn't have to be perfect. Because with the smoky eye, that's just not really always how it goes. Okay. At this point, you can apply your lashes. I'm not going to. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara. And I hear my daughter. Alrighty. Almost done. Alright, so I'm just applying a quick coat of mascara, and I'm using my MAC Studio Fix in black to apply it to the top lash, the bottom lash. Again, you can apply your lashes of choice if you want to do that. I'm going to clean up a little bit, but that's basically the look itself. So I'm just going to touch up, do some after shots for you guys, and then that's it. So all in all, this is the Smokey Eye. I'll try to change my angles before I run out and go get my daughter. I'll do close-up shots too. So very simple. Again, 3 colors. Everything else is just extra perks. Sorry, you're looking right at the camera. Like, hi, how are you? So that's it. That's the basic Smokey Eye. Really simple. So I hope that's very helpful. Again, things you'll want is the eyeshadow base to keep the colors lasting long and not creasing. 3 colors of your choice. They don't have to be black. Just remember you need a light shade, a medium shade, and a dark shade. Light shade all over, medium shade along the lash line or along the lids, the darker shade for the creases and under eye. Lashes if you want to, some mascara, liner, and don't forget your brushes, okay? After that, it's just a little bit of blush, a little bit of lips, hair, and voila, there you go. So that is the Smokey Eye, and I hope that's very helpful. Again, if you have any more requests or anything, please let me know, and I would love to do tutorials for that too, okay? So I hope that was helpful, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.